great.
How are you?
Fine, fine. Thank you so much.
You have a wonderful voice, you know that?
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. It's a hard work to be a singer nowadays.
Yeah?
Yes, it's very special. Many technologies, but too many things to do at the same time for a singer and composer. It's a real job.
But you seem to be doing a lot of things. I mean, you're introducing other artists.
You must make the promo, producing, recording, making the arrangements, making the songs, singing,
Wow.
making choruses, and all the voices around the song. Many things. It's a real job.
No, I can believe that. I mean, that's amazing. What made you decide to do these things?
Excuse me?
What made you decide to go into singing?
Oh, that was in my childhood. I was a very young girl, a very young little girl. I was at the National Music School in France Conservatory of Music. I was 8, and I was playing Mozart, Beethoven, and many great authors, as we know. And so I decided to create my own songs. My
Wow.
songs. When I was
8 years old, you were doing Mozart?
I was playing, yes, Mozart, or learning Mozart too, because I had lessons of music when I was young in the Conservatory of Music, National Conservatory of Music. And I'm coming from classical music school, as you know. And
No, I didn't. Now I know.
sorry, that's funny. And so I'm coming from classical music, and I decided to create my own song because classical music wasn't totally me. It was a part of me, but it wasn't totally me. I needed to discover world music, sounds of everywhere in the world, Africa, Brazil, UK, everywhere. I was very, very greedy of music, but not only Beethoven or Mozart. It was a great beginning, but not the all of me. And I decided to discover the world. That's like that. I
Great.
decided to sing and make my songs to be a composer.
That's great. I mean, a lot of people just grow up in one area or study one type of music and they don't go any further than that. So, I mean, I applaud you because that shows that you were very serious about music, period, you know, and about creating your own sound.
I was a very curious child, to be honest. I was very, very curious of the world. And I think it's my father who made me curious because he was talking about Africa, the people he met in Africa. And, and suddenly he used to live in Africa when he was younger. And to me, when I was a little child, my father was like an Indiana Jones, you know. And so I wanted to know Africa sounds, Africa music. And I later, many years later, I had the very great luck to make a song. And I had the agreement of a Nelson Mandela Foundation, and I used to sing that song with a musician of Stevie Wonder, and that song is called Madiba, the nickname of Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
Yes, this song exists in French and in English, and the lyrics about the words of Nelson Mandela, and it's carrying Nelson Mandela words, and it's a very great and exciting experience, to be honest.
You know, that's really interesting because you know, to take that experience and take it inside of you, you know, and I just think, you know, you're very like you said, you're curious, but I think that's what makes the world work, when people are curious and they're not afraid to go outside of what, you know, society says they should do, or whatever, you know, that's around them, when they're willing to open up. And
it was a dream, you know, when Martin Luther King said, "I had a dream." Mm-hmm. I can say the same. When I was a little girl, a child, I had dreams, many dreams, and I was very, very influenced by everything. And I used to grow up with many different culture too, Asia or Africa, or sometimes English people. And so I met many different people coming from very different countries. And so I think all these influenced me in my creations, in my musics, in my dreams, to be honest. All my dreams.
How did the public receive you when you first started recording and putting your music out in France?
Oh, I recorded my first album in France, but I sang it in Poland. It was totally crazy. I was a student, and at the same time I was making songs on piano and recording by night after lessons in university. And so I gave, I don't know if my word is correct, cassette. Is it correct? A cassette?
Yes.
Yes, it was a cassette. Mm-hmm. And I was at the coffee machine with a student like me, and I gave her my first cassette with my first songs, and she gave it to an administration, and this administration was looking for young French artists beginning. And so I was all that. I was still student, and so I was chosen for that. Those many concerts in Poland, two concerts in a day. It was a great experience. My parents were really afraid, to be honest. They were very, very afraid because I wanted to go very far from them. And so they let me go and make my concerts in Poland. And so my first concerts and my first songs on stage were on Poland. Simply.
Wow. That's very different.
It's destiny. It's destiny, I think. It's fate.
Right. So you went from learning about Mandela at an early age and taking the song Madiba. Did you sing that song anywhere?
Yeah, yes, I'm still singing that song. It was incredible, you know. I was coming from the doctor for little things, nothing very serious. Mm-hmm. And I started up the television, and I saw Mandela wasn't there anymore. It was the day of his death, and I was very, very, very shocked about this news, and very sad. You can't imagine. My heart was broken, to be honest, because Mandela I grew with the iconic Mandela, as every children in the world, you know what I mean. Mandela is an icon, and so it was like a bomb in my head. And in the night, I took my piano and my machines in my recording studio, and I began to write that song. And in my chorus, there was always the word Madiba, Wamoe, Madiba, Wamoe, Madiba, and around the piano, and the choruses were. I was recording at the same time my demo, you know what I mean, and I was listening in my head a big voice coming from the deep of Africa. It was in my mind, like a movie, you know. It was my imagination, and I wanted to take the words of Nelson Mandela, and so I made many researches on his life, on his words when he was talking to the world. You know, it was very important to me, and I called back for the new year with a friend, Frank, a good friend of mine, and I told him, just listen to my new song. I need a big voice of a man, very deep, very strong. Do you know someone like that, a voice like that? And so he told me, wait a minute, go on Facebook, contact the great Mao Tayek. I didn't know Mao Tayek, and Mao Tayek was at this time a musician of Stevie Wonder. And from my recording studio, I contacted one of the biggest musicians in the world, Mao Tayek, who was working with Stevie Wonder. Imagine my surprise, a crazy adventure. And Mao told me yes. At the second, as I asked him to sing with me that song, that project, he said yes. He wanted to collaborate with me. Wow! It was a crazy adventure. And so one of my friends made a pocket with the eyes of Nelson Mandela. I will send you the pocket and the song. You will discover the great creation of that pocket. And suddenly I realized that I had to contact Nelson Mandela Foundation to have the agreement, and suddenly Nelson Mandela Foundation, either Enriquez, gave me the agreement. All was there to me, with me, for that song. The universe was answered to me. It was totally crazy, a great moment of music in my life. That's the story of Madiba.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So I guess you would say that when you want something, go after it. Yes?
Excuse me?
When you really believe in something and want it, to go after it. Because that's what you did, right?
You know, as I said, John Lennon, I'm a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. I'm really a dreamer. And when I dream my songs and my wish, something happens all the time. And that's, I think I'm a dreamer. I'm not working, I'm dreaming. that's all my life.
You're not working, you're dreaming.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So from that, I guess, what other countries did you sing in?
Oh, now I'm often on recording studio because I am very busy on many projects these times. I had the big luck to work with many people. I made collaborations, several collaborations with United States these last years. I began with Chris Pereira, a great producer in USA, and we made 2 songs. I had the big luck to collaborate with the great jazzman David Carenza, great person and great musician. And I had the very great luck, and I think we will collaborate again. I did songs with Ira Gilmore, a very good composer from New York. And so it's a great luck to me, because I really enjoy these persons. There's just one collaboration I wanted to make, but life sometimes is strange, and this collaboration didn't come to me. It was with the great star Laura Braz, the singer from Brazil, of the Lambada. You know her, maybe, Lambada, the famous song. And Laura, the last year of her life, wanted to work with me, and because people and friends between us introduced me to her, and something great was in that moment. And the last year of her life, we had many conversations. I began songs when she died, and I was so shocked when I started the television to see she died like that. And that's the collaboration I wish I could add with her, because working with Brazil could have been a great moment in my life. And I worked with many people in different countries. I worked with Tunisia, with Fedi Fati and Ziad Boufat, great singer and author. Very great collaboration. I worked with Senegal. I worked with many people, and I used to sing in Poland, in Dutchland, in France, of course, in Spain. Sometimes I sing in Italian, but I didn't sing yet in Italia. Many collaboration with the USA. I wish I could come to you in USA, of course, and New York, of course. Many people
that might be possible.
Yes, I hope. And I'm followed by many people in Japan, in Ukraine, in Russia. People are writing to me in USA, in UK, Scotland, Senegal, Tunisia, and many people in Africa. And that's amazing that internet and technologies are making to us. It's great moment in my life, and I began since 30 years, and now we have the technology to develop many songs and many projects, and many medias, and many people, and friendships sometimes too, because we are human.
That's right, we are human. Yeah. So you seem to have an affinity for the African diaspora. Is that from your younger days? I know you said your father worked in Africa.
Yes, my father. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was influenced by the stories he told me when I was younger, the people he met. Sometimes, I've got articles of him, and when he was very young, because I wasn't born when he was in Africa. I wasn't born. It was 10 years before I born, And so my father told me his youth in Africa, and he told me the countries he visited and the places he was sleeping. He used to be, Africa in 60s wasn't the Africa of nowadays, you know.
I know. I know.
They were part of Africa. They were nothing unless people, village, very small village, and the earth, the animals, the people, and nothing else. Nature. And I think in my imagination, I imagine my father like Indiana Jones around people, saving people, and he showed me, yes, that's totally true. And he showed me videos. There was alligators and many stage animals, you know. And I think in my imagination of child, I think I was very sensitive to the magical of Africa, even in the music. And several years later, you know, I was still student. I was 20, 21, and I met a band coming from Africa, Ivory Coast, to be honest. And I saw them on stage with African instruments, you know, very typical instruments, and there was magical sound in the area of concerts, in the place where they were playing, singing. There were maybe 1,000 people around, and we were totally excited because they were singing with their soul. So yes, I'm very, very sensitive with Africa, of course, because of all these moments of my life. I felt that in the deep of my heart and my soul. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, I do. That's beautiful to hear that. So as you progress, because I listened to some of the music that you sent me, and I found that it seems like a lot of your songs are personal.
Yes.
That they come from a personal place rather than, because they call you the Queen of Pop. But
I always talk about my life and my feelings, and sometimes you know you love someone, and sometimes that's not the good moment, that's not the good part of your life, or his life, or the life of the person. And sometimes it's like not the good moment for a rendezvous.
I understand.
And your story sometimes breaks.
It's sad. Yeah.
Breaks, but the moment is magic. The moment is magic. And sometimes in my songs, I write my songs like a letter. You know, like a letter to the person I love, and it's a moment written in the stars to me. Yes.
Very interesting. So, where do you see yourself? I know you said you see yourself coming to the United States and performing. Is there any other place that you'd like to perform?
Oh, so many. Oh my God. Italy, of course, and Greece, Spain, New York. Really, really, to be honest, really New York made me dream so many times. You can't imagine how much. And you have got so many musicians. When I was very, very impressed by New York and the quality of musician. You know, when we made I Love You the Way You Are, my song with David Carenza, I felt that the musician, the American musician, the American soul of music. You know what I mean? And it was very, very amazing to sing with all those musics and musicians, American. and I was the only French. And suddenly I realized when the music was recorded and finished and mastered, I realized how lucky I am to sing with American musicians. And I did it several times. I did it with Fear of Game too. I made an electronic song, Fear of Game. The song is Thrill Me with Chris Pira. It was in my eyes crazy moment of music. And many people, Ira Gaimor, the last song we did last year, it was Could I Be With You? When I hear the music of Ira, I feel the soul of New York. I can't explain what I feel, but all the time when I work with him, it's always a great creation, and it's a great moment in my life, really. So many countries are making me dream to sing everywhere. I think music is is really universal, I think, and it's a good passport for everywhere in the world. Music, you say I'm singer or musician, everywhere is happy all the time. I never felt thing since 30 years I did that work. I never felt aggressive reactions. Always when I say I'm singer or musician, all is love. All the reactions are love and friendship and many good vibes. So I think it's the best work in the world. It's the best dream in the world.
Well, I think that you're doing something very, very important, because I think you're connecting a lot of people that would otherwise not be connected. I saw that in your singing. I saw that in your, I watch your posts, even though sometimes I don't comment. But I do see your posts, and I do see you dealing with bringing people in from other places, which I think is really good. So I think that all those things are important, and I just feel like all those things are very integral to your growth, and also the music affects people, so it affects their growth, so it's important.
Yes, it's really.
I'm glad you had this dream.
Oh yes, I'm still a child, I'm still a child.
I see that. You're still curious. You still want to explore. You still
yes,
are reaching out, because when I thought about interviewing you, I said, she's probably going to say, you crazy. I'm in France. You're in New York.
Yes, but that's when I began this work, to be a singer and composer, I was looking for fame, and years and days and weeks and many things goes on and goes on and goes on. You know what I mean? I realize the most important thing in that work is meeting people and good vibes. I need to feel the vibes of the other person I'm working with, and something great is here when you are working like that, with feelings, with your soul, with your different culture, and it opened my mind. to be honest, to the world. I was waiting for the world, and now I'm living something very different. Maybe I will never be famous, maybe I will never be rich, but that's not important. The most important things are the music we create and the moment we live with the person we live this moment. And something great is coming to all this. That the magic of the life and the life of music. It's my opinion and it's my feeling. I'm living, really, to be honest. Sometimes my friends are telling me that I'm very naive, very, very much. And I don't want to change. I don't want to change. If I'm not naive anymore, I will die. And I don't want to die. I want to be very, very immortal.
that is oh wow, we only got 4 seconds. Wait a minute.
Yes?
No, 8 minutes. Time left 8 minutes. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I have another thing, so I'm gonna try and go into that. I just I'm sitting here like kind of tongue-tied because a lot of what you express is how I felt, in my life. And I think that, sometimes we get so tied up in what other people's expectations are, or what society's expectations are, or any of that, rather than, as you say, staying with that child and that curiosity that helps you to explore things that that wouldn't normally explore, that would be stuck into a dark closet because nobody had the courage to find out. So I say that I think it's great that you're expressing these emotions and feelings, and at the same time that you're able to create and make them happen. Because
Yes.
a lot of times dreamers can't create. I mean, they dream, but they don't create.
Many people were jealous because I was dreaming 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was on stage very, very, very much, very, very, very much. And sometimes I was making a series of concerts. I was coming back by train in my flat, and I was creating songs. I put it on a disc, and suddenly I went to other concerts and I sang the new songs I had created last week. And it was always like that. Yes, it was totally crazy. I built my dreams during my concerts and tour. It was totally crazy. And my press agent, was very, very surprised because she knows, and she was at the phone listening to me creating my songs. Look like that, I want a piano, and I want a second piano, I want to do like that, all the time with many tracks. And she was at phone listening to me, my craziness, and it was totally amazing to share it with her, with my secrets of building my songs, to be honest, and original songs. That's not a song from someone else, it's my songs. And after that period, I decided to collaborate with people abroad, USA, Tunisia, Senegal, and everywhere, and USA, of course, and New York, of course. And so I realized the dreams I had when I was a child. And that's really amazing, to be honest. I think the most important is going to our dreams, to be honest, to build our dreams, even if we aren't rich. And you know, I have a radio show in UK. I wasn't a DJ, to be honest, never. But I give the luck, I give the chance to unknown author and singers, and sometimes they call me back. Oh, thank you, Emma, really, really. And they are in Africa, in UK, in USA, and everywhere. I give the luck, the chance to unknown singer because it was one of my dreams. I want to give the chance because people before in my life, in my past, gave me my chance. That's the most important to do now. To give the chance to the others too. It's their time, it's their moment, and it was my moment too when I began. So it's a kind of philosophy, you know what I mean? I wanted to give life, to give a chance to the others too, like I used as I used to live it too in the past. And it's one of my fight with that radio show, just like Emma over to Radio UK. In UK, of course. Do you hear me?
Yes, I muted my mic by accident. I'm sorry. You know, it's funny because I'm thinking about people that I know that created like you did. Sly Stone was one of them.
Okay.
Until he, you know, unfortunately got drug addicted. But you know, and you have kept it going, and you've kept that dream going. You've kept it strong, and I don't know what else to say.
I think that's important to still be a dreamer. I think we must go on if we have dreams. And when Martin Luther King said, "I had a dream," I think he shows us the way. That's my belief, really. I think he shows us the way. And everything is possible if you want it. Even if sometimes all is dark in your life. If you are alive, just believe. That's my way of seeing life. Even if sometimes things are dark in my life, even if things are not perfect, everything is possible.
Well, I want to thank you for this time, and I hope we can do this again, seriously, because I really enjoyed listening to you. I enjoyed talking with you, and I think you have such a sweet disposition, you know?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. I will be there.
I wish.
You the way you